Going to get started. Going to get started with the 30-minute let go activation. So it starts right now. So we're here, Miracle Mind Training, let go activation. We're activating our let go muscle, training our let go muscle. And I love that. And I love to do that with you. And today we have similar ingredients, but of course the content is different. The purpose is still the same. So what are we doing? We have like a miracle quiz. You can check out which text comes from which lesson, the one that I'm going to share. The other thing is pick a random number. And so we can generate a random number and link that directly to a lesson and use that lesson. So these are the games we play, but actually wanted to start with lesson 70, I think it is, salvation. Like it's coming only from one place. Where's that place? That could be a good quiz too. Like, where is salvation coming from? Not outside of you. Has not to do with anything at all outside of you. No, it's found within you. So that's the loveliness of this lesson. But we go through this lesson, and this is like a succession of the lesson that we did yesterday, or the moment that we had together in the spiritual healing open sessions, continuing on the idea of karmic law, of what is actually happening. It's like, who is setting up karma? Well, that's me. I'm setting up my own rules for karma, and karma is nothing but guilt. So like, you set up your own rules for karma, for guilt, and there's a way to set yourself free, to learn, to be released in this, from this guilt, from this karma. And this is the part where it becomes really interesting. And this is the part, exactly in that spot is where salvation is. And that has everything to do with you. Now, I love that. So I cannot wait to experiment with you, to end up in the place where actually salvation takes place. And if you do that actively, like if you allow that to occur, it actually happens. Now that's the communication that is natural and that we want. You want that. So lesson 70 is very helpful with that, because basically it trains your let go muscle to let go of any kind of idea of where you think salvation is. Is it in having a wonderful education? No, it's not that. Does it have to do with setting up your family and having lots of kids? No, it has not to do with that either. It has to do with anything that you can come up with. No, not really. No, it's, in fact, you don't need anything for it to find it. It's right here. It's not from anywhere else coming. So the recognition of that is in fact the place where you already have released your ideas about where salvation is. So to use the lesson, and that's what I'm going to do, because it is so helpful to just step right into that. That's why. Lesson 70. Okay, so here we start. Listen to this. My salvation comes from me. All temptation is nothing more than some form of the basic temptation not to believe the idea for today. My salvation comes from me. Salvation seems to come from anywhere except from you. Yeah? Sounds familiar? Salvation seems to come from anywhere except from you. So too, that's the source of guilt. Well, there you have it. The source of guilt. Oh, you see neither guilt nor salvation as in your own mind and nowhere else. when you realize that all guilt is solely an invention of your mind, you must also realize that guilt and salvation must be in the same place. Understanding this, you are saved. So here it goes really quick, really fast. So let's go back a little bit. My salvation comes from me. Like that you can understand. Like, okay, yeah, it doesn't come from anywhere else because basically there is nothing else. My salvation comes from me. All temptation is nothing more. All temptation to in fact be tempted that something is missing, something is not complete, something isn't whole, something is separate, something is not holy, not perfect. All of that temptation is nothing more than some form of the basic temptation not to believe the idea for today. Salvation seems to come from anywhere except from you. So too does the source of guilt. It seems to come from anywhere else but from you. You see neither guilt nor salvation as in your own mind and nowhere else. When you realize that all guilt is solely an invention of your mind, you must also realize that guilt and salvation must be in the same place. Understanding this, you are saved. I love that. So let's dive in a little bit. Dive in the sense of, we have been looking at the idea of karma. We started on Sunday with Joel Goldsmith, like karmic law. It's a self-made law, and I made it up because I am not human. Is what Joel said too. It's like, and here we are with our lesson. It's like salvation is exactly in the same spot as where you have been fabricating your ideas of guilt, thinking that there's something to be guilty about, or thinking that, well, in fact, you have projected it outside yourself. But now, in doing these lessons, you come to realize, like, it's all happening within me. That whole idea of guilt was just happening in my own mind. And you have perfect examples of that, I'm sure of that. It's like you have perfect examples where you actually discovered, oh my God, I'm doing that to myself. I've been walking around thinking that I'm so guilty, and everyone seemed to be looking at me that I'm so guilty about what I just did, or what, there's visual proof that I did something that I shouldn't have done. Now everybody is looking at me with eyes, like, and they confirm my guilt, is what I believe. That's a real occurrence up to the point where you allow change, and suddenly you see nobody's looking like that. Nobody's looking guilt at me, so to speak. Nobody's doing that to me. The change of my mind caused that I see a whole different world. Literally, nobody's confirming guilt to me. That was just happening in my own little bubble. So no need to hang on to that, to hold on to that. So here is the real training of our let go muscle, you could say. It's like, if you experience guilt, bring it in. It's like, don't push it outside and thinking that somebody else is the cause of that. No, bring it in your own experience. Like, okay, let's feel it completely. Why not? I feel it anyway, so I might as well just feel it completely. Now I hand it over. It's the same as what we did with the 3-step forgiveness. It's like, first you recognize, I'm the source. I'm the source of this. I'm causing this. I'm doing this to myself. Now the next step is realizing, I don't want this. I don't want this. Because there's no need for me to punish myself. My judgment about myself doesn't make any sense at all. I don't need to be judged, not even by myself. So here then is the next step. And this was the third step in the 3-step forgiveness that we have been practicing. It's like, now you wait. Now a new experience can come to you. Because you have realized where it starts, you have recognized, I don't want this. I don't want this. There has to be a different way to look at this. Now that can be given to me, and it's given to you right when you let go. When you let go of your punishment about yourself, when you let go of your judgment, suddenly there it is. So practice it right. Yeah, you can practice it right now, because you might have a thing that is causing you to believe that you're guilty, and so there's something not right in that sense. Like, to feel guilt is okay. To feel guilt, to recognize it's starting within me. Everyone seems to be looking at me for that. But I'm doing that to myself. I do make believe that that is my reality. And I don't want to do that any longer. I have no need of that. I literally want to see that differently. Now I let that new way of looking at myself and looking at the world, letting that come to me. And it is immediately there, as soon as I let go of my necessity to judge myself. So that's really great. Now we can continue with the next part. The seeming cost of accepting today's idea is this. It means that nothing outside yourself can save you. Nothing outside yourself can hurt you or can give you peace. Nothing can save you. Nothing outside yourself can give you peace. You might want it, that it comes from somewhere else, but it is not there. So it starts with you. Nothing outside yourself can save you. Now this, you can't believe. Like, nothing outside yourself can give you peace. That's a humongous confrontation, really. It's like, oh my God, you might want it, that it comes from outside. You might demand it from everyone, or from the ones that you are in conflict with. You can wait until that comes to you, but you will wait for a very long time. So to see that information, you could say, to see that differently, it is, you have no idea how much time is saved you by this, what is being shared. Now, if I can accept the idea that literally nothing outside of me can save me, and nothing outside of me can bring me peace, I've sped up my awakening with at least, well, you fill in, 2,000 years, 20,000 years, a lot, like a lot. You can keep looking for your salvation outside yourself. Keep looking for your peace. Keep looking for all of this. It's like you can keep looking for that, but it will not be there. It can only be found within you. Now this is the real speed up of Course in Miracles. This is a real speed up given just by this simple insight. I'm doing this to myself. Recognizing that I'm doing this to myself, I can also decide that I don't want this any longer. My time is up. I don't want this anymore. Like, I'm giving this up. I'm letting this go. I want this to be completely replaced with an alternative that's not of my own making. I wait for that. I let that come to me. And there it is. Ah. Wow. It was within me. Yes, it is within me. Peace is literally pouring out from within me. Wherever I was looking for, I looked for it in vain and could not find it. Now I have recognized it is within me, and I treasure that within myself. And it's sufficient. Like, it's sufficient in the sense of, I don't need to look anywhere for it. I don't need to be confirmed in any kind of way to experience this peace. I don't need confirmation from outside that it would be given to me, that it blah blah, or whatever the idea you could have. It's like, no. This is bubbling up from the inside, extending from you, as we say. It's like, that's another way of saying that it extends from you. How beautiful is that? So that is using the power of your mind to have a whole different experience of yourself just by asking for it. You say, like, I don't want this any longer. Show me an alternative. Now I'm using the power of my mind to let that come to me. And it's like the decision is mine to make. All right, so I think we got a couple more expressions. It also means that nothing outside of you, can hurt you or disturb your peace. See, this is really good mind training, because for sure it might happen today. Well, for sure it will happen today that it seems that your peace is disturbed by something outside of you. Well, that is impossible. So this is also why Course in Miracles and the whole mind training is a training in inclusion. You in fact include everything in. You don't separate anything out. It's like, no, it is all part of me. It doesn't come from anywhere else. If I don't like what I experience, I have to change my mind. I have to allow an alternative to come to me, but not anything else. Today's idea places you in charge of the universe, where you belong because of who you are. This is how big that is. See what happens? So this will change everything if you do it as right. Like, it will change everything, because now nothing outside myself can hurt me, or nothing can disturb my peace. Nothing can upset me in any kind of way. Nothing. See how much that changes everything? Unbelievable. It places you in charge of the universe instead of being a victim of the universe or of this world. Your purpose was to ensure that healing did not occur. God's purpose was to ensure that it did occur. Today we will practice realizing that God's will and yours are really the same in this. God wants us to be healed, and we do not really want to be sick because it makes us unhappy. I love that. It's so simple. It's like, today we will practice realizing that God's will and ours are really the same in this. God wants us to be healed, and we do not really want to be sick because it makes us unhappy. My salvation comes from me. It cannot come from anywhere else. My salvation comes from me. It cannot come from anywhere else. Okay, so we have saved like 20,000 years in the first 20 minutes of the mind training, so that's sufficient. We can now take it easy. So let's continue with I always cannot wait for the quiz. So here's an expression, and you can tell me. I'll put up my headphones if you want to say it through the speaker, or you want to put it in the chat. You're welcome to do so. It's like here. So I'll set it up. You have like 30 seconds to respond if you can recognize from which lesson this is. And I have no further questions. So let's get it started. So listen to this. Since my holiness saves me from all guilt, recognizing my holiness is recognizing my salvation. It is also recognizing the salvation of the world. Once I have accepted my holiness, nothing can make me afraid. And because I'm unafraid, everyone must share in my understanding, which is the gift of God to me and to the world. So this is one more lesson related. Yeah, go ahead.
39. Ma sainteté et mon salut.
Aha, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Okay.
De jeu de logique, nous nous occupons seulement de ce qui est l'évidence même, sur laquelle tu as passé dans les nuages de complexité où tu ne peux penser. Et la culpabilité et l'enfer, quel est l'opposé? Sûrement, cela n'est pas difficile. L'hésitation que tu as peut-être à répondre n'est pas due à l'ambiguïté de la question. Mais crois-tu que la culpabilité soit l'enfer? Si tu le croyais, tu verrais immédiatement combien le texte est direct et simple, et tu n'aurais pas du tout besoin de lire d'exercice, de livres d'exercice. Nul n'a besoin d'exercice pour gagner ce qu'il a déjà. Continue.
No, that's good. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I will repeat the last paragraph. If guilt is hell, what is its opposite? This is not difficult, surely. The hesitation you may feel in answering is not due to the ambiguity of the question. But do you believe that guilt is hell? If you did, you would see at once how direct and simple the text is, and you would not need a workbook at all. No one needs practice to gain what is already his. Oh, that's really interesting, isn't it? So, but do you believe that guilt is hell? If you did, if you believed that guilt is hell, you would see at once how direct and simple the text is of A Course in Miracles, and you would not need a workbook at all. So, in other words, Jesus whispers to you, well, actually, you don't believe that guilt is hell. You're so accustomed to it, and you place it and smear it over the whole world. So that's why we actually take a look at it today. And when you feel it deeply, you say, oh yeah, guilt is hell. Oh my God. But when you try to project it or try to get out of it, for a moment it seems to disappear. But it is coming back. That is the problem. Otherwise, it would be a really good way to do it, but it didn't work. So it comes back to you because there's nothing outside of you. That's why it's so great. Like now it can change just because you recognize I'm the cause of it. So great. Okay, so next game is then pick a random number. Now from 50 to 100. Okay, what's the number? 58. Aha, that's a review lesson. Like my holiness envelops everything I see. Just open your microphone and you can just read with me.
I'll start.
Go ahead.
Okay.
36.
36. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
My holiness envelops everything I see. From my holiness does the perception of the real world come. Having forgiven, I no longer see myself as guilty. I can accept the innocence that is the truth about me. It's familiar today, yes?
Yeah.
Seen through understanding eyes, the holiness of the world is all I see. For I can picture only the thoughts I hold about myself.
Thank you. Listen.
La sainteté bénit le monde. La perception de ma sainteté ne bénit pas que moi seul. Tout ce que je vois dans sa lumière partage la joie qu'elle m'apporte. Il n'y a rien qui soit à part de cette joie, parce qu'il n'y a rien qui ne partage ma sainteté. Comme je reconnais ma sainteté, ainsi la sainteté du monde se met à briller pour que chacun la voie.
There's nothing my holiness cannot do. My holiness is unlimited in its power to heal because it's unlimited in its power to save. What is there to be saved from except illusions? And what are all illusions except false ideas about myself? My holiness undoes them all by asserting the truth about me. In the presence of my holiness, which I share with God Himself, all idols vanish.
Since my holiness saves me from all guilt, recognizing my holiness is recognizing my salvation. It is also recognizing the salvation of the world. Once I have accepted my holiness, nothing can make me afraid. And because I am unafraid, everyone must share in my understanding, which is the gift of God to me and to the world.
Thank you. Lynn.
Okay. I am blessed as a son of God. Herein lies my claim to all good and only good. I am blessed as a son of God. All good things are mine because God intended them for me. I cannot suffer any loss or deprivation or pain because of who I am. My Father supports me, protects me, and directs me in all things. His care for me is infinite and is with me forever. I am eternally blessed as his son.
Thank you. So you see, that's really wonderful, how beautiful that all comes together, even with the random number generator. That's great. So thank you so much for joining today in the 30 minutes mind training. It was fast. We saved at least 20,000 years since we recognized that salvation is coming from no other place than from within yourself, just as peace is. So you don't have to wait for anyone to give it to you. You don't have to wait for anything. No, it's all happening within you. And it's working. It's great. It's wonderful. So thank you for your presence today. It's really beautiful that you join in this energetic moment together. And so I'll play a song and I wish you a great rest of your day. Thank you for everything. Thank you so much.